Hi everyone, this is Terese Rolke, and I just wanted to share some insights on my years experience of being part of different networking groups, and I just recently retired from being the executive director of the Monmouth Regional Chamber of Commerce. So I've really had almost 2 decades of networking with people and doing business together. And I just wanted to share that networking isn't the goal. The goal is to start by networking. And through networking, you get to meet different groups of people. And the whole purpose is to start to build relationships. Because when you start to learn about people, you get to know them, you get to trust them, you get to like them, then you'll do business with them. And if they can't do business with you, they'll trust you enough to take another step and put their own reputation on the line and refer you to people they know that you had no connection to until you met them. The other thing I wanted to share is collaboration. You want to collaborate with people, and actually networking is the beginning. Then you meet someone you know, like, and trust, develop a relationship, and now you're collaborating. When they refer you to somebody, you're collaborating together. You're trying to help each other grow, help promote each other. And then taking it another step, when we volunteer in the community, even at our jobs, and just working together in groups. Collaboration is key. So I want to focus on helping people collaborate, connecting the right people together, because there's a lot of power in collaboration. This morning I just did a presentation on Zoom with 2 groups run by Regina St. Clair, the Great Harmony Continues group and the Inspire group. And she brought members of both groups together on a Zoom call. And that's collaboration too. And we talked about collaboration. I presented a topic and did a little slide presentation on it. And I'm going to share that with you as well. But collaboration is where we want to get. That does bring harmony, that brings inspiration. And this is how we should be working together. There is no competition. I've said that at the Chamber for years. Chamber has businesses of similar businesses, and there is no competition. When you think about it as competition, that's negative. You'll repel people from you. But if you think that there is no competition, there is a place for me in this area of expertise, and there's plenty of business to go around. You can't possibly, as one person, do it all. So that's where you refer people you trust and bring people together. And you know what? Your clients, your customers, the people you're working with will be grateful to you for helping to bring the people into their lives that they need to get whatever they need accomplished. And everything just expands from there.
The power of collaboration. Everything we just previously talked about with what we were reading, it's all about collaboration. People coming together from different places, different experiences, different levels of education, different lives, and coming together to work together. And I think this is the most interesting part of life, is when we do this. So I am very happy to be working with the Great Harmony group and Inspire group, because, and I love the fact that this is the meeting where we're coming together as 2 different groups. And so this is a perfect topic for discussion today. So the power of collaboration. Great things happen when we work together. And this is an acronym that we've seen throughout our lives. Together, everyone achieves more. It stands for team. Why collaboration matters. Collaboration is more than just working together. It's achieving more together. And again, look at this, Regina. Puzzle pieces. See, everything. Everybody has a piece of the puzzle, but the puzzle isn't complete until we put our pieces together. That's collaboration. It combines skills and strengths. It sparks new ideas. We can't come up with ideas individually because we only have our own experiences. But as soon as we start bringing other people together, ideas start flying and things start happening quickly because of the power of the group. We solve problems faster, we build stronger relationships, and we drive better results together, right?
Yep. Good.
Innovation through diverse perspectives. As I said, we have different backgrounds, different ideas, better solutions. See, together all the puzzle pieces create the light bulb, which is the idea, right? Diverse perspectives challenge the status quo. It encourages creative thinking, and it leads to innovative products, services, and solutions. Better decision making. Collaboration leads to smarter, well-rounded decisions. More input leads to a deeper understanding. Risks and opportunities are identified earlier, and decisions have a stronger buy-in and support. Results are more effective and sustainable.
Yay.
Yay! The cogwheels are coming together. You know, cogwheels help you to go further, right? Because you're working together and everything is turning and moving along together. Increased productivity. Working together helps us accomplish more in less time. Tasks are shared and balanced. Workflows are more efficient. Projects stay on track and deadlines are met. And the team achieves more faster together. Knowledge and sharing. Collaboration breaks down silos. Silos used to be a big thing in the corporate world back in the 70s, 80s. And then they talked that was the lingo. Break down the silos. Let's stop working and isolating ourselves, working like that. And let's come together. Because it builds collective intelligence, share expertise and insights, learn from each other, and build a culture of continuous growth. This slide has the word employee on it, but it pertains to everybody. So let's just say stronger team engagement. People thrive in collaborative environments. They feel valued and heard. This is so important. People want to feel valued. They want to be heard. And you know, Regina, in the Inspire group, we were talking about deep listening and being focused and being attentive. That's how people feel valued and heard. So I love the fact that this presentation, you're already doing it and practicing it with your group. More connected to the team and the goals. Greater trust and transparency. That is huge.
Yes.
Teams need to trust each other in order to open up, in order to become vulnerable, and in order to work well together with honesty and transparency, right? We don't want to cover things up and hide things. We want everything to be truth, right? We talked about truth, right? Truth and transparency. Higher morale and satisfaction, and lower turnover. That's referring to employees, but it can also refer to the group because people come and go in groups. You'll lose people, you'll gain people, depending on how much they feel aligned with what the group is doing. Improved customer outcomes. When teams collaborate well, customers win. And our customers we want to bring our work to the community, right? The community will be our customers on these projects we're working on. And our projects are working together in harmony, again, collaboration, right? And all the skills that we're talking about in the Inspire group. We discussed some of that last week in both groups with your page on the Inspire pilot manual with your 7-word links. Better understanding of customer needs, more innovative solutions, higher quality and consistency, and stronger customer satisfaction and loyalty. Loyalty is very, very strong. That's when people stick around. That's when people want to hear more. And that's where people have a deeper connection with all of us. So, best practices for effective collaboration: communicate openly, share ideas, listen actively, and keep the conversation going. Set clear goals, align on purpose, roles, and expectations. Leverage strengths, value each team member's unique skills and talents. Use the right tools. Choose technology that connects and enables your team. There's so much out there. I can get lost in it, but we have to start one step at a time and find the right tools out there. Again, build trust. This is key. Be respectful, reliable, and supportive to each other and to yourself. Celebrate success. That's the fun part. I mean, the whole thing, the whole process is fun. But when we can celebrate our success together and recognize the wins together and learn from our challenges, that's how we all grow. Again, team, TEAM. Together, everyone achieves more. Collaboration turns individual effort into collective success. And let's keep working together to create a brighter future. That's exactly what we're doing with these two groups. One team, one goal. I love this. Limitless possibilities.
Wow. I love how you took that and put it into the PDF, the
Yeah.
slides, pull the whole thing apart. I was thinking of doing the same thing with my overall visual for the 3 courses that we're working on.
So I just wanted to know if anybody has any questions or if there anything that they felt strongly about or connected to. The other thing I say, when I was part of the chamber, because we have businesses that are actually in the same genre, in the same field, and the chamber doesn't limit, we can only take one business from each category. We have multiple businesses from each category. And what I used to teach and preach was there is no competition. There is plenty of business out there for everyone. And the right clients will connect to the right business leaders on many different levels and for many different reasons. And the idea is to listen, not just to throw out your business cards and think of yourself and see where's my next client coming from, because they'll run. They want you to know that you are interested in learning about them. And they want to know that you're interested in caring about them and servicing them in the best way possible. So there is no competition. Everybody can work together. If you can't do something and someone in the same business field can, then you refer them. Referring is huge because, first of all, people will refer businesses when they know, like, and trust the business person. And when they give you their business, that's great, but then they put their own reputation on the line when they trust you enough to refer you to someone they're connected to that you don't know. And that's how we all expand. And that's all about collaboration. Best possible positive way. Together, everyone achieves more. And that's what I always taught to our chamber members. And those that can't deal with it would leave, and I'd be okay with that because then they didn't belong with us.
Well, let's do a round of hearing what we've done so far. James, what do you think of all this so far?
I'm impressed by the skill of putting this together. It hangs together very well.
Thank you. Thank you.
Joel, what do you think?
I also would say it reminds me very much of Baha'i consultation, some of it.
Mm-hmm. What is Baha'i consultation? Tell us, so we can get to know a little
You
bit
you
about
you
Baha'i.
tell them. I think you can explain it better than I can.
Well, I studied with the Baha'is. I am an undeclared Baha'i. If you declare yourself, then that means you're a member of the group. I'm undeclared because I've studied everything, but I can't join everything. But we have James here who represents this, has a whole story. But a consultation basically means we agree at the beginning to have a harmonious resolution for this. So when you come to the table, you don't come there with, we're going to do it my way, and if I don't get my way, I'm out of here. You come with a desire to make things work. If you don't start with that, you're not going to have a good ending. And I'll give you a good example. Wendy, who is one of the big time workers in the Tao movement, she has many clients, and this client came to her they loved her work, they wanted to do something else. And she says, yes, I think I have another company that might be able to do this better than we can. And she did that. She said, please go to this other company. Perfect example of what you're saying. And she has built this reputation, and she has such an impact on everybody because she has held this, we're here for harmony. So as long as we hold on to that, whatever disputes we have, disagreements we have, we work them out, and we do it quickly because we have one thing in mind, and that's to be harmonious. That's the key. Once we have that in mind, then the puzzle begins to build, and something extraordinary will happen, as it has happened. Anyone else? Joel, anything more you want to say on that one?
No, I think that's terrific. It reminded me of, I think it was Miracle of 30 on 34th Street,
That movie.
where Macy's uh, they said, well, we don't have this, so why don't you walk over to Gimbel's and they may have it, you
Yes.
know, and everybody benefits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, Macy's, yeah. At first, the higher ups were, no, how can we give away business like this? But look at the return they
Mm.
got. So
Yeah.
when you do something like that without thinking of yourself, you'll be pleasantly surprised by the outcome and what you receive, but don't expect to receive, and you'll be
Yeah.
pleasantly
Mm.
surprised.
What do you think, Chris,
Mhm.
of what your mother did
I think it's
and you did?
a very good message, um, right? So I like to frame things in terms of this organismic approach versus the mechanistic approach. So in the mechanistic approach, all of the parts appear independent and they have no intrinsic relation to each other. So when they come together in the form of a clock, right, the gears and the gizmos, you can replace them no problem because there's no intrinsic relation. They're inanimate. But in an organismic setting, there's an integral relationship among the parts. And if you can't just take out an organ without there being dire consequences because they're so interdependent and so specified in their functions and the relationships are so strong. So what she's presenting um, is a organizational framework more geared toward these organismic relationships and ways of being, which I think is very important and very relevant for today.
So I hope that this helps you, and I'm looking actually very interested in doing more, sharing more videos about collaboration and working together. Peace, inspiration, harmony, that's what it's all about. Love each other, accept people, respect each other for where we're at, and this will be a beautiful place to work together. Have a great day.